Hi, welcome to another edition of Rob Carson's Table here on Spoonie Radio, and of course on the web as well. Glad to have you here with me today. I am a frustrated chef wannabe to some degree, also a nationally syndicated comedy writer and a radio talk show host. One of my passions is food, and I've been cooking since I was a kid. I always use the story. I was hired illegally at a truck stop when I was 15 years old to be a fry cook, and the amazing thing is when you do that, you learn how to get everything hot and on the plate at the same time. That's important. That's important. And I've been cooking ever since. Got over 100 cooking videos on the web. Okay, I'm done flashing my badge. Let's talk about food, shall we? Let's talk about food news. Lots of stuff to get to, including the biggest food news stories of 2018. Some of them you'll remember. Some of them you'll go, interesting. Most popular grocery store chains in America, and I'll go through what's great about each of them. A lot of fast food news, including a bacon invasion at McDonald's, Taco Bell, a new menu coming up this year. Some amazing stuff available at Costco's including, by the way, this thing has gone viral. 27-pound bucket of macaroni and cheese that will last you 25 years. So we're going to get into that. Just all sorts of stuff to get to. And also, the war on carbs continues. I'll explain why I'm a little concerned about it, because carbs aren't just universally bad for us. This is the latest thing that are bad for us. You know, every once in a while we'll just discover, this is bad, but bacon is terrible for you, and this is terrible for you. And I worry when you demonize an entire food group. Kind of worry about it a little bit because, we've eaten bread for a long time. I'm a big part of human history. It hadn't been a real major problem until now. And we are dieting more than ever. We're going to the gym more than ever. So we'll get into that very shortly on the show. I do want to tell you, speaking of carbs and delicious, awesome carbs, Dots pretzels. If you had them, now if you don't live in the Midwest, chances are you haven't had them unless you've ordered them online. dotspretzels.com. Okay, these are originally created in North Dakota. It's a family recipe that's been around forever. They've just opened a plant in the Kansas City area, and they are growing by leaps and bounds. These are the best pretzels I've ever had. And I've eaten a lot of pretzels in my life. They are buttery. They're garlicky, a little maybe oniony. I don't even know how to explain. They're just savory and fantastic. They will change the way you eat pretzels. I'm not kidding. You won't dip in it. You don't need mustard. You don't need a bunch of other stuff, accoutrement on your pretzels. You'll eat them naked. And you'll sometimes eat them with just boxer shorts on. You got to have them. All right, Dots Pretzels. Now, you can order them online. Right now, they're struggling with demand online. So your best bet is probably going to be to find a retailer. Just go to dotspretzels.com and look. All right? And if you have somebody who lives maybe in the Midwest, have them go to an Ace True Value or a Hen House Market, or if you play, I just saw them there's a local market in Kansas City called Hen House. And it's a great market, and I just saw a big display from Dots Pretzels. So they're growing by leaps and bounds, and they are the best pretzels you've ever had in your life. They just are absolutely amazing. So let's get started, shall we, with the top food stories of 2018. I know we're well into 2019 right now. But new survey issued by marketing firm Hunter Public Relations. 51% of adults in the U.S. say the biggest food story of the year doesn't involve food at all. It's the banning of plastic straws. Okay. Banning of plastic straws. Now, apparently there was a widely shared video of a team discovering a sea turtle had a straw stuck in its nose. Starbucks is one of the first retailers to announce it would be eliminating single-use plastic straws, working on strawless lids instead. State of California passed a law that would ban full-service restaurants from serving plastic straws altogether. I don't like single-use stuff. I find that, and listen, I'm not a big environmentalist. Well, I guess I am. I would say that I want to preserve the environment, and I don't see the point in using a plastic spoon one time. I'm the guy, literally, this is funny, at work we'll have somebody make some food, and they'll have plastic spoons there, and I will retrieve plastic spoons and forks and whatnot. I'll save them, I'll go put them in the dishwasher. Sometimes you don't want them on heavy because they'll melt. But, I don't see the point in using something once like that and then tossing it, Now, McDonald's used to have, I believe, at one point, they had paper straws. So maybe paper straws are going to make a comeback. And I had heard there is actually a company that makes paper straws, and their business is going through the ceiling. going through the absolute ceiling. So, listen, I'm all about biodegradable and all that stuff. And Lord knows we throw away a lot of stuff. We throw away a lot of packaging. I'm not a big fan of the styrofoam box. I'm not a big fan of plastic containers you just toss. That's why I use I don't eat Cool Whip, but what I'm saying, like if you get I call it white trash Tupperware, and it's where you get the cream cheese container and it becomes Tupperware when it's empty, or with the butter container, whatever ice cream container, it becomes Tupperware. That's just, I don't believe just using it one time and throwing it away. You can use that. You can use it. So that's the biggest story. That was the biggest story of 2018. On the other list, changing the name from Dunkin' Donuts to Dunka. We always called it Dunkin'. My kids always called it Dunkin'. We had a Dunkin' Donuts right near my house when my kids were really little. And I love their stuff. I think they do as a business. I think they do everything very well. I've never had something unsavory at Dunkin' Donuts. I like their assortment of sandwiches. I think they do a great job. Let's look at some of the other stories on the list here. Number 10, the launch of Mayo Chup. Did you know about this? Mayo Chup. It's made by Heinz. Mayo Chup sounds like maybe it's a dessert, like a candy bar with, like Mallow Cup. Remember that? That's that old school candy that sits on the bottom shelf that's covered with dust. Yeah. No, Mayo Chup is mayonnaise with ketchup in it. I know, revolutionary, right? I would have never thought of that. Sometimes we call that aioli. But yeah, Heinz mixed ketchup and mayonnaise. That was a big story, according to Cooking Light. I infuse mayonnaise all the time. The other day I did salmon, blackened salmon tacos. All right, blackened salmon tacos. And then I made an aioli with sriracha and lime. Okay, just took mayonnaise, sriracha, lime, and some chili garlic sauce. Made it, ridiculous. So mayonnaise is a palate. Mayo Chup, is that really revolutionary? I don't know. I think your life's kind of boring if it is. So, moving on to number 9. Salmonella contamination affecting multiple popular snacks containing whey. W-H-E-Y. All right, yeah, salmonella's bad. I've had it twice. It is a really ugly thing. Once in Jamaica. Don't eat lobster on the beach, okay? Let's see. Should plant-based milk alternatives actually be called milk? Well, almond milk doesn't have any milk in it. It doesn't matter. Who cares? If it's meant to mimic milk, so why not be called milk? Whatever. Let's see here. The rise of CBD products in the wellness space. Don't know anything about that. Grocery stores launch same-day online delivery. That's a big deal, and Walmart's doing it now. Walmart is doing it. And yes, I shop at Walmart. I do shop at Walmart for groceries sometimes. Have no problem with it all. They're doing a great job. New tariffs affecting American farmers. That was number 5, I guess, really. Racial profiling at Starbucks leads to employee education. Okay. Number 3, remember this? Dun, 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 dun. The multiple romaine lettuce recall. Huh? Do you remember that? Do you remember that 2-week stretch that we went without Caesar salads? Did you make it okay? Are you still suffering post-traumatic salad disorder? And then, of course, Dunkin' Donuts rebranding and plastic straws banned. Okay, those are the top 10 stories of 2018 with regard to food and whatnot. Where do you shop? Where do you do your grocery shopping? I do all the grocery shopping in my family. I enjoy it. It's cathartic for me. I'm going to go grocery shopping today. I can't wait. I've got a list. Yeah. Of course, I never follow the list. I make the mistake of going to the store hungry and buying a bunch of stuff that I don't need. And I would inevitably do that today. On the radar today, I've got a couple of things. One of them is, are you familiar with Takis? Takis. They're these rolled tortilla chips, very popular on the West Coast, and they were very popular in Maryland, in the D.C. area when I lived there. And now they're just all over the place, and they're wonderful. And they have ones, they're called Fuego, and they're actually fairly warm compared to most snack foods. I'm a hot pepper guy. I've got my own line of hot peppers, and I love hot sauces and whatnot. So most of the stuff on the shelves, when you see it, it says hot. It's not really that hot. But Takis Fuego are pretty hot. Well, now they have what they call Fiesta size. Because the biggest complaint I had for Takis was the bag's too small. They don't have enough of them. So now they've got a Fiesta size. And I know one place they're selling it is Walmart. and I've bought it a couple times there, and I'm going to do it again today. Going to buy that. And here's my next plan. I'm going to pulse Takis Fuego in my food processor, and I'm going to bread chicken nuggets with it. Doesn't that sound good? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I did a recipe once. I used to go to Planet Hollywood when I was on radio in Minneapolis, and they did special events up there. And one of the things they had at Planet Hollywood that was pretty cool, was pretty good, was these chicken strips. And I'm not a big chicken strip. As an adult, if you're still drinking, eating chicken strips when you go out, and they're okay every once in a while. But really, if you're still ordering chicken strips and fries, anyway, they had these chicken strips, and they were breaded in Captain Crunch. Yeah, I know. And they served them with a remoulade dipping sauce, and it was sick and wrong. Sick and wrong. Oh, by the way, that's how I say something is good. When something's really good, it's so good that it's sick and wrong. That's one of the things that I like to say. So don't freak out. It's not either sick or wrong. It's just, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Back to the most popular grocery stores. We've got to talk about these, and your comments are welcome. You can actually write me on Facebook. It is Facebook at Rob Carson Show or Rob Carson's Table, Rob Carson's Table, and I'm on Twitter at Rob Carson. dunnhumby is apparently an organization that does Retailer Preference Index. They did their 2019 Retailer Preference Index, the America's favorite grocery store. Some of them might be a little bit surprising. Some of them I don't have near me. But here they are. They did a survey of 7,000 U.S. households combined with publicly available financial data, blah, 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 blah. Number 10 is Peapod. Peapod. Now, Peapod, I do believe, is affiliated with a East Coast grocery store chain called Giant. And I used to go there. So Peapod from Giant. And I think Peapod is, if I'm not mistaken, that's delivered groceries. But it's been a couple of years since I lived in the D.C. area. Number 11 is Aldi. Aldi. Now, I've got an Aldi near my home that is the nation's largest. I know. Pretty exciting, huh? The nation's largest Aldi is right near my home. And I have been continually impressed by Aldi. There are some things that I am not a big fan of. For instance, I wouldn't buy my avocados at Aldi because they're generally not ripe. I don't buy green avocados that are hard as a rock. My life is too short to go through the rigmarole of putting them in a paper bag, supposedly, and setting them by a window. I don't have time. You find avocados. If it means you have to go to several grocery stores, go to several grocery stores. Find the avocados that are ready to go. They just have to have some give. Just some give. Press on them. Have some give. If your finger goes through it, into it, it's overripe. You don't want that. It's going to be ucky. Yeah, I use the word ucky. So that's a problem that I have at Aldi. Sometimes their produce, it's not, like I said, it's picked green. Tomatoes are generally not perfect. Sometimes they're pretty unripe, and I don't like that either. I like good tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes that were picked because the flavor's not there. They ripen on the vine. When you do vine ripened tomatoes, they're better that way, right? Right? Whether it be Romas, whether that be whatever. Don't buy tomatoes that aren't ready because they're just not gonna suddenly develop flavor overnight. Okay. Another thing, Aldi's breads are great. I love them. Aldi's has a huge selection of wraps and different kinds of bread that I think are pretty unique. They have great non-flat bread in the bread section. They have great panini press bread, the big panini press bread. I get that there all the time because I have a panini press at home. And there's something about a panini press. You can press anything in a panini press and suddenly it's just better. I mean, whatever. You grilled cheese sandwich, peanut butter and jelly. I don't care. You put it in a panini press. It's ridiculous. So those are the things that I like about Aldi. Also, they have some fairly decent off brands in the freezer section as far as snack stuff. Their self-rising pizza, not even close to DiGiorno. It's not. The crust is just not as good. It doesn't work for me. But you can buy things in there, whether it be taquitos, whether it be White Castle cheeseburgers. They got those there. Some of Aldi's meats are pretty good. You got to kind of watch the meats. And Aldi has had kind of a lot of people say Aldi's kind of bad neighborhoods, whatever. Not the ones where I go. And this is near the Kansas City area, Johnson County, which is part of Kansas. And the grocery stores are great. I love them. Walmart is number 10 on the list. People are going to Walmart more. Walmart has these market groceries. I don't know where you are. It's just a grocery store essentially. It's a boutique grocery store to some extent. It's just basically the grocery section at a mega Walmart that they cut off and made it into a separate grocery store. And I found their selection is a little limited there, but not bad. Regular Walmart, I think, is terrific. Watch real quick, and here we go. It's time for a tip from Mr. Carson. When you go to Walmart, there are 2 days that are ideal if you want to save half off on a couple of things that I think are terrific at Walmart. Thursdays and Sundays, generally, I don't know, it may differ where you are, but Thursdays and Sundays where I live, deli sandwiches are generally half off. And they're very nice deli sandwiches, light on the veggies. Veggies aren't going to keep. They put generally a strip of romaine lettuce on the sandwich. If it's close to the expiration, take the lettuce off because it has no body in it at all. But you're going to get a great sandwich, like literally 15-foot long sandwich for $4. And what I do is I will dress them up with veggies at home. So they've got a bunch of different kinds that are great. Subs, turkey sandwiches, ham, roast beef, etc. Generally, Thursdays and Sundays, you can watch for them to be half price. Also, their pizzas, their non-frozen deli pizzas are terrific. And sometimes they're marked down pretty dramatically on Thursdays and Sundays when they get close to the expiration. Nothing dangerous there. Just put them in the freezer, take them out of the box, and put them in the freezer. Also, look for they have unfrozen salmon that's never been frozen, vacuum sealed, and occasionally they mark that down on Thursdays. Just wanted you to know. And then every day from the produce section, there's generally a rack somewhere in the store where they've taken not produce, bakery section, where they've taken breads and donuts and cakes and stuff like that, and they've marked them dramatically down. So those are some things you need to know at Walmart. I know my life is exciting. Winco Foods. That is a store that apparently some people enjoy. I don't have one near me. So, Winco Foods is not a place that I necessarily go. So, maybe it's great. It must be. Somebody likes it. Sprouts Farmers Market. Now, this place I love. This place I absolutely love. And it is Sprouts Farmers Market. Generally, they are known for their produce. Their produce is generally cheaper than everywhere else. For instance, if I go to a normal grocery store, cilantro, a head of cilantro will run me generally $1. At Sprouts, there are days you can get 3 heads of cilantro for $1. There are days that you can get 3 packages or 3 bunches of dill for $1. You can get Honeycrisp apples for $1.29 to $1.99, depending on the day. Bananas 59 cents a pound. Aroma tomatoes sometimes $1.29 a pound. 2 little packets of those grape tomatoes, 2 for $5. So it's Sprouts is terrific. What I do generally is I reserve the produce part of my grocery shopping for a trip to Sprouts, just because it's wonderful. Sprouts. If you get one, if you have one near you, search where you are, because Sprouts Farmers Market is just ridiculous. I go there and I buy my jalapenos and my pickles that I pepper. My pickles that I pickle. There you go. Sam's Club is number 7. Sam's Club is Sam's Club is what it is. It is like Costco. Generally not the designer items that Costco has. Costco's a little bit more haute cuisine, if you will. Haute. Haute. So Sam's is good, though. Sam's is what it is. It gets great stuff. And where else can you go grocery shopping and, get chicken breasts and a trampoline? Or, honey, man, I really like this frozen pizza with the cauliflower crust here. And I tell you what, you get that and I'll go get the car battery. Yeah, I love Costco and I love Sam's. They're fantastic. Market Basket. I do not have a Market Basket near me, so I'll take the survey's word for it. Wegmans is terrific. Wegmans is, where I lived in the D.C. area, there was a Wegmans. It's just wonderful. The deli section is, to go to lunch there is incredible. Oddly enough, the cheese selection in the deli, unparalleled. And then they have these little sale items that are half price. You'll go there, and one thing I used to get is the big bottles of green Tabasco, and occasionally they'd be two for $5, and I'd clean them out. I would absolutely clean them out. Wegmans is terrific if you need near one. Heb, H-E-B, not familiar about that. Amazon. People do their grocery shopping on Amazon. On Amazon. Okay. I like to go to the store. I like to go to the store. Although, isn't Amazon, aren't they involved with Whole Foods now? So maybe that's part of it. Whole Foods is nice. It's expensive. A little expensive. Number 2 is Costco. Costco is number 2. Costco is wonderful. Number 1 on the list, here it is, Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's. Awesome. Trader Joe's is where I live. It's dry. In the state of Missouri, it's wet. You can buy some wines and beers there, I guess, that are pretty good for the money, for the budget conscious. Trader Joe's is wonderful also. I was talking to a customer yesterday, and they were asking about places. No, I was talking to a coworker, and they were asking about vegetarian and vegan and not paleo, but gluten-free products. And one of the places that I suggested this person go was Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is generally really, really, really good for stuff like that, particularly for vegetarian and vegan stuff. I had a vegan stay with me in Washington, D.C. I know, it was tough. And I went to Trader Joe's and I bought just a bunch of stuff. So Trader Joe's is great. In terms of chains with the best prices, Aldi came in number 1, followed by Market Basket, then Winco Foods. Overall, quality Wegmans took the top stop, with Fresh Market and Trader Joe's coming in second and third, respectively. I love Trader Joe's cheeses. I go there and I have a come to cheeses moment every once in a while. Trader Joe's is also great. Their single-serving foods like chicken, chicken strips, or perhaps marinated chicken that you can easily cook and all that stuff, can be a little pricey. Trader Joe's is also good for great bunch of different sauces, salsas. Their cowboy salsa is cowboy caviar is what they call it. Is great. Their breads are very good. They're got a good selection of really inexpensive tortilla chips, flaxseed chips, and whatnot. That's what I buy. The flaxseed chips at Trader Joe's are terrific, and I guess it's good for you. Arby's just launched a subscription service, and it sold out almost instantly. Do you want to know what they actually are selling? Well, it isn't food. The first box unveiled contained old school Arby's serving tray, a toque or a stocking cap. Some people might call it, with a big Arby's logo on it, the snowflakes and everything, and then also a scarf, and then some Arby's fake tattoos. They were sold out in about an hour. People went crazy for them, probably aided by the fact that a 6-month subscription to this service only costs $25. Arby's, we have the meats. Arby's is just cool. I don't eat there all the time. In fact, very rarely, but their commercials are great. Their attitude is great. I like Arby's. I like Carl's Jr. They're like, throw caution to the wind. Do awesome, crazy stuff with your food. Try new things. Taco Bell does that too, and I love it. I love it when they try new stuff. So, and I would wear I'd wear an Arby's stocking cap. Why not? Been a bacon invasion. Well, actually, it'll happen January the 30th of this month. History books will mark this as a historic day. The day McDonald's introduced bacon to its permanent menu classics, okay? So you can order a Big Mac bacon, quarter pounder bacon, or, are you ready, cheesy bacon fries. Now, I mentioned this on Facebook the other day, and I said, McDonald's French fries, cheesy bacon, is it wonderful or sacrilege? Because McDonald's French fries are a gift from God. That's another one of my Robisms, gift from God. If something's really good, really, really good, or something that has been a standard that is unparalleled, like barbecued ribs, they're a gift from God. And I think that McDonald's French fries are a gift from God. I really do. As far as with bacon and cheese, I don't know. My wife is a French fry purist. She does not eat ketchup on her French fries. Not for McDonald's. No. You do not put ketchup on the fries at McDonald's. Don't adulterate them in any way, shape, or form. I got to have ketchup on my Mickey D's fries. And I don't, only ketchup. Normally, I like to add like hot sauce or whatever. Not to McDonald's French fries. They are made for ketchup. Wendy's French fries are made to be dipped in your chocolate Frosty. Okay. So anyway, people love bacon. They love the iconic Big Mac, fresh quarter pounder, and world famous fries. So we decided we could do this according to McDonald's manager and culinary innovation, Chef Michael Harax. He said, as a bacon enthusiast myself, I'm proud to say that I've done right by bacon fans, and I can't wait for our customers to try these classes with delicious, thick-cut applewood bacon for themselves. I could do this for a living. Why do you need this executive chef to decide, after much thinking and a good deal of audience research, we think that something would be better with bacon? I know. You need to be an executive chef? Okay, Big Mac with bacon. Which one's better? Quarter pounder with cheese? Quarter pounder with cheese with bacon. I mean, come on. Everything's better with bacon. My cinnamon rolls are better with bacon. Oh, I make a ridiculous bacon cinnamon rolls. If you want to see some of my food porn, by the way, just go to my Facebook page, Rob Carson's Table. Rob Carson's Table. I made cinnamon rolls a couple weeks ago. Sans bacon. I've got a Cinnabon knockoff recipe that I did. And I'm always putting up food porn up there. One of the things that I'm good at is taking leftovers and making them awesome. So whether it be leftover pulled pork and making it into pulled pork and smoked sausage lasagna, or leftover roast beef and making a ridiculous shepherd's pie crusted with garlic smashed potatoes and Parmesan and panko breadcrumbs and bacon. So those are the things that I like to do. So, and then you share your food porn on my timeline. Okay, send it to me. Rob Carson's Table. So Big Mac bacon is all things the Big Mac is, but with 3 pieces of thick-cut applewood bacon, cheesy fries. They are just a real cheddar sauce, by the way, not cheese like Cheez. And then, of course, smoked bacon bits on top. New bacon items will be around for an unspecified limited time. But it looks like January 30th is B-Day. It's B-Day. See what I did there? Taco Bell. This is a company that gets it. This is a company that gets it. They came out with Doritos Locos Tacos, sold 1 billion of them the first year. They got the naked chicken chalupa. They keep coming up with stuff that is outrageous, but still great. I love going to Taco Bell. I fill out the survey every time I go, and I hope I'll get that $500 Visa card, but I never do. But we go to Taco Bell quite a bit. I like the fire sauce, by the way. And I wish they'd bring back the salsa verde. The green, does that still bother you? They don't have the salsa verde? Bugs the heck out of me. So what the Taco Bell's going to be doing is they're going to be dedicating a vegetarian menu board. Now, these boards will feature some of Taco Bell's existing vegetarian menu items, as well as some new, as of yet unspecified selections being introduced later in the year. Here's the issue. Did you realize that Taco Bell already has more than 8 million vegetarian combinations available? All you got to do is just say, hey, you know what? Hold the meat. Yeah, no meat on that. You can mix it up. So they're going to be doing that, and it'll give you an opportunity to, and by the way, the American Vegetarian Association certifies Taco Bell's menu items, which they don't do for everything. Okay? But now they're going to actually go after vegetarians. And that's cool. I get it. If you're a vegetarian, that's great. If you're a vegan and it's not ordered by a doctor, I'm sorry. I can't go with you there. Veganism is, no. We're made to be omnivorous. Okay? That's just the way it is. According to Taco Bell, it's important to note, we cannot guarantee that cross-contact with meat products will not occur. Some of the AVAA-certified menu options available now include a black bean burrito, veggie power menu bowl, cheese quesadilla, 7-layer burrito. Because occasionally there might get some meat protein, in the assembly line in your refried beans. The refried pinto beans and black beans are AVA certified vegan proteins right now that are available. I know that just sounds so good. You just want to go eat just a big bowl of them. Taco Bell has 28 certified vegan ingredients also. Oh, and guess what? All 5 sauce packets, vegan. That's the only time I'll go vegan is if I do the Diablo sauce and the fire sauce, and I mix them. But they need to bring back the Verde. They really, 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 really do need to do that. I want to talk to you about a sponsor, Pit Barrel Cookers. Pit barrel cookers are absolutely amazing. Pit barrel cookers are American-made. Gentleman went off to Afghanistan, 3 tours there, came back. The final tour, some veterans made him barbecue. And he said, you know what, this is the one I want to do. Started out at a Quonset hut and started building these amazing cookers. When I moved to Kansas City, the barbecue culture in Kansas City is amazing. And you literally, when you go to a barbecue shop here, you've got options from hundreds of dollars for smokers to $10,000 for smokers that you pull behind your car. It's amazing. This is the one that I went, wow. This is the one that I went, wow. They've got several different sizes. You just put the coals in the bottom. You hang the meat. You put the meat on the racks, and you just let it go. There's a little vent at the bottom of the cooker. You just open it up according to the altitude that you're at, okay? And you're off to the races. Oh, my Lord. Pitbarrelcooker.com. Pitbarrelcooker.com. You will not regret getting the pit barrel. They're wonderful. They're crazy. I've got 3 smokers, 3 grills. Pit barrel is just the best. Is the best. And they will last you your life. They are so well built, you won't even believe it. Okay, let's move on. Costco has introduced some giant tubs of stuff. Okay? Costco has introduced some giant tubs of stuff. All right? Let me, for those of you watching, I just went to my Washington, D.C. set. Now I'm back in my kitchen because we are simulcasting on video. And you can watch it on YouTube at Rob Carson. Okay? Internet is loving Costco's giant tubs of, are you ready for this? Would you believe, Nutella? These are commercial. These are made for restaurants. Okay, you don't need this in your house. You really don't need this in your house. 6.6 pound tub, 3 times the size of the largest Nutella jar available. You can get it at Costco. I'm not sure if you have to get it if you can get it in the store. I haven't seen it in the store yet. But you know somebody is going to sit there and dip like whatever in the tub of Nutella at the football game. Or sitting on the couch. Yeah, it's $22. It's $22 is all. Gosh, dang it. Nutella is I have enjoyed Nutella for a very long time. It is a wonderful thing. Although I have a little trouble sometimes when you see the commercial for Nutella and mom's breakfast consists of a piece of toast covered with chocolate spread. In France, very popular, Nutella. And Nutella, you'll put on a little bit of French bread and you'll actually dip it into like a hot chocolate. So there you go. Oh, another thing that Costco has. Are you ready for this? This is fantastic. I've seen this on all sorts of food blogs, on radio station websites and everything. It is the 27-pound tub of macaroni and cheese. It holds 180 servings, and apparently it has a 20-year shelf life. So if you're a survivalist who really likes mac and cheese, this is what you need to try. Now, here's the problem. The bucket's been around for years, but because of the internet and how this just exploded, you can't get it right now. Now, the entire thing costs about $90, $89.99. So that's about 50 cents per mac and cheese serving, which is pretty good. Apparently, the 2 ingredients come packaged separately, so you can mix them together. I don't know how good this is. I don't know. But apparently some people, this is just so funny. You don't know if people are just doing, hey, man, let's order some of that mac and cheese, man. You don't want to give me a 5-gallon bucket of mac and cheese. Or if it's like, that mac and cheese looks quite delicious. I think we should order some. Or, hey, there's nuclear Armageddon coming. We better get us some macaroni and cheese. We don't want to be stuck underground in the bunker forever with no mac and cheese. Can't go out. The zombies might get you. You might as well have mac and cheese inside there. That kind of thing. Would I order this? No. For the show, if I were sharing with 90 of my closest friends, sure. And that should be real easy because I've got thousands of real Facebook friends who are really my friends. Thousands. I mean, we hang out all together all the time just to get my thousands of Facebook friends. Flamin' Hot, now official flavor profile for Doritos, yeah. You know, the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. People are going crazy on the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. People are using them. I've heard taking chicken strips and doing Flamin' Hot. Yeah, you know, sure. Bread them, you know, just eat them. Where I work right now, every day somebody's got a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, and they're wonderful. They really are. But have you noticed, hot flavors are becoming actually hot. Now, I'm a hot foodie. All right. Well, I mean, aside from my looks, of course. I mean, that's fairly obvious. I'm a hot foodie. But also, I like hot food. The other day, my wife cleaned out her refrigerator, 47 condiments. She said, what the heck do we need all this for? She said, from now on, one bottle of mustard is open at a time. I said, well, that's not going to happen. But anyway, I love hot stuff. And now retailers are beginning to catch up with those of us who really like to feel the heat. Okay. Now, you can't make products that are too hot. They just won't sell. That's what I've heard from many people. I am pickling my own jalapenos. I call them Carson Toddies. They will be available in stores. And they're the best you've ever had. They're crispy as the day they were picked. They're just incredible. I've got the secret. I figured it out. I've been making it for 20 years. Ridiculous. But there are some food items that are legitimately, even though they're generally milquetoast to most real hot food aficionados, now they're going, hey, that's got a little kick. All right. So Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I don't think they're very hot, but they got a little kick. Takis that I mentioned earlier, Takis Fuego, they'll catch up with you. And I'm a hot food guy. Now, you guys are really into the hot food, like the stuff that it hurts to eat. I don't do that. I don't do hot food challenges. Well, I have. But I just, there's no point. So anyway, that's the latest Doritos nacho flavor. It's Flamin' Hot. What the heck? Yeah, I love it. They've got a bunch of them now. I like the Thai chili ones. They're pretty good. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the war on carbs. I don't know if you want to call it a war, I guess. We have eaten bread for centuries, okay? A lot of people who lived in deserts and they ate bread. I can think of one guy who was, he had long hair and a beard and he had some disciples. They ate bread all the time. They weren't obese, all right? So bread to me is not taboo. Bread is love. Bread is, oh my Lord, bread is brilliant. Enjoy bread. Don't make bread. Do not demonize bread. People have tried to demonize bacon. They've tried to don't demonize bread. All right? There are breads. We've got the best breads in the world being made right now. In the history of mankind, we are eating the best breads ever. The bread renaissance has been going on for 30 years. So enjoy bread, right? Go to the gym, moderate, and occasionally. And this is one of my mantras. Moderation in all things and occasionally to excess. All right, there you go. But here's a new thing. Cauliflower tortillas. Now, I have not tried. Costco's got a package of 3 cauliflower crust pizzas in the freezer section. I've not had them yet. But they look interesting. I have pearled cauliflower, and I have made cauliflower crust pizza. And I've discovered that if you do it that way at home, you're eating your pizza with a fork. That's just, you can't hold it like a slice of pizza. I don't know about the cauliflower crust pizza at Costco. You can at Sprouts, I believe Trader Joe's, they have naked crusts. Even now Walmart, naked cauliflower crusts that you can put toppings on. So I haven't tried those yet. I will make the sacrifice for us. But becoming quite popular, okay? So now tortillas, courtesy of Cauliflower, they do pizza crust, but they are launching in February in select markets and on Amazon, okay? You'll be able to buy 2 versions, the grain-free and an original recipe, the original gluten-free and vegan, and the main ingredients include cauliflower and non-GMO corn masa, which is, corn flour. Grain-free option, also gluten-free. It includes cauliflower, chickpea flour, cassava flour, and pea protein. Boy, that sounds yummy, doesn't it? Among its ingredients. Those ones have about 8 net carbs. Both should be kept frozen and can be reheated in a skillet or the microwave, like regular tortillas. So, that's great. We replaced a lot of food with really unhealthy options. And a lot of this was because of the FDA. The FDA said, butter is really bad for you. You should eat margarine. And margarine is awful. Margarine is partially hydrogenated vegetable oil, and it's terrible, and it's also really bad for you. It's really bad for clogging up your arteries. We did that. We replaced a lot of things. We replaced lard. We replaced real fat with Crisco. Crisco. Sorry, don't do Crisco. No. Not good stuff. So I worry when you get so anti-carb. We got to replace it with this and this and this. I mean, none of this sounds bad. Cauliflower, corn masa, whatever. But, whatever. Now there is, I've got another one. Listen to this. Now, instead of cauliflower, how about this? How about tortillas made of eggs? Yeah. Gluten-free, dairy-free. Walmart egg white thins. They're called crepini. C-R-E-P, not A-P, I-N-I. Ready in about 15 seconds. Each wrap is made up of seasoned egg whites and wheat flour. Has 45 calories, 4 grams of protein. Apparently, the beauty of the wraps is you can eat them cold or hot. Microwave them in a couple of seconds. You can use them for, whatever, just what you'd use, a crepe or possibly a tortilla. But it's made of egg whites, so whatever. For those of you who have a sweet tooth with regard to your coffee, I got to have a little sugar in my coffee. I take my coffee very simple. I like it iced, and I like sugar. A little bit of sugar, not a whole lot, teaspoon of sugar. Because I gotta get it in my system as soon as possible. And I don't just sip my coffee, although I do like that occasionally. I like to just get it in my system, all right? I want my coffee in me now. Coffee Mate's new candy-inspired creamers are available. Officially available. The flavors are you ready? Snickers or Dark Dove Chocolate Almond. Okay? Mm-hmm. They're 32-ounce bottles, which will allow for many cups of Snickers or Dove-flavored coffee. $3.59. It'll vary by retailer. And they're saying it's either available now or it will be nationwide this month. So, again, we got so much sugar and everything. But, maybe it might be good. If you got a real sweet tooth, and I don't, honestly, like, for instance, dessert. I don't need dessert. Generally, excuse me, I'm the guy who can eat one bite of dessert. I can eat one bite of dessert, and that's all I need. And my wife, she hates it. She hates that. I can have a tub of Ben & Jerry's in my freezer for a year. I always say that dessert would be better if it were made of meat. Yeah. And I'd eat dessert if it were made of meat. Another creamer flavor. Now, there are some seasonal flavors. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups out there. Oreos out there. Are you ready for this coming up? Because April's coming up. Would you believe Peeps Coffee? No, thank you. What grade are you in? It's just Peeps Coffee. Oh, no. Way too sweet for me. Oh, by the way, it's yellow, too. It is yellow. Peeps Coffee. This is kind of cute. Target. Valentine's Day is coming up. I know. Target is offering an individual little skillet for making a single heart-shaped cookie. Okay? Instead of making a pan of brownies, you can just make one heart-shaped cookie. Reese's Cookie Heart skillet sells for $7. And it is one of those kitchen devices that you will use once. That's about it. You've got one of those, right? I've got a jalapeno slicer. Or not a jalapeno. I've got an avocado slicer. I have never used it. I've got, you've got these things. You've got these things, and it's like, oh, this is really neat. I really need this, and then you go, I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it. So, yeah. If you're really into making one cookie in a little cast iron skillet for your cig, I'm not saying it's not romantic. There you go. Oreo's latest flavor. Last year they did strawberry shortcake and Rocky Road. Never had it. They just dropped carrot cake. Cream cheese filled cream sandwiched between 2 carrot flavored cookies. All right. So Nabisco's also debuting a limited edition Love Oreo, which features a sweet and tangy pink cream spread in between 2 cookie pieces with special messages like Dunk in Love, XOXO Oreo, Let's Twist. Wow, this is romantic. Dear Cupid, send Oreo. These are also available now and will stay on shelves through the end of Valentine's Day, presumably. I mean, and who with the word "let's twist" on it or "dunk in love"? Okay. Two more stories here that I think you'll find enjoyable. There's new smart Tupperware. It alerts you when food has gone bad. Smartware works using a system of smart tags that can be linked to Alexa. Oh, jeez. Listen to this. The idea is that when you get back from the grocery store, you grab your smart tag, say, "Alexa, this is a bell pepper," and it will light up green. The smart tag changes from green to yellow to red as the days pass, pulling the data on the lifespan of the food from the database. When the food is reaching its final days, you'll receive a notification on your phone along with recipe recommendations for using it while you have it in your fridge. No more helplessly wondering what to do with what you got. Smarterware will help you. I get so many notifications. Your bell pepper is about to go bad. Is this really? Okay. Smart time. I'm not meaning to be a curmudgeon here, but honestly, smart Tupperware. Don't you get enough stuff on your phone? Doesn't your phone do enough stuff? And it's not a phone, by the way. It's a supercomputer with a phone app that you never use. Finally. I hadn't a chance to see the Bird Box, the movie Bird Box on Netflix with Sandra Bullock. It's about, apparently you have to put on a blindfold. If you see something, you'll die. There you go. There's my synopsis. Spoiler alert. Apparently there's a restaurant in Atlanta, Guacky Margie's Margaritas Bar. They're going to do a Bird Box dinner. Diners eat tacos and drink margaritas while blindfolded. The event description on Eventbrite says you've seen Bird Box. You may have even put a blindfold on to see how hard it is to walk around your house and yard, but have you eaten tacos and drank margaritas while blindfolded? I would do that, but I wouldn't do the tableside fajitas in the piping hot and still sizzling pan. I don't think that'd be a good idea. Well, here's your chance. Early bird tickets were sold out. So you can pay $30 for general admission tickets. This gets you 2 tacos, 1 dip, and a margarita. The catch, the restaurant will choose what kind of tacos, dip, and marg you get. If you guess the type of taco and margarita correctly, you'll get a free homemade cookie for dessert. You know something kind of interesting? You can do the same thing at any restaurant. I just wanted you to know that. You literally could just go to McDonald's and put a blindfold on and eat your Big Mac and fries. Just saying. You don't need to get reservations to be blindfolded at a restaurant. It's like, what am I? Is this dining during the Iranian hostage crisis? Okay, it's a little. You millennials may not get that. General admission sales end January 23rd, the day before the dinner. If tickets aren't sold out, there will be a late bird tickets for $35 plus a fee on the day of the event. Guacky Margie's is only selling 42 tickets for the dinner, so if you're game for eating a meal that someone else has chosen for you while wearing a blindfold, you better act quick. Now, there is a story I was reading today. A teenager decided to, are you ready? Drive blindfolded, inspired by Bird Box. Should be called Bird Brain, I'm thinking. Okay, guys. I want to thank you for joining me today. It's been a real treat to be here, and Spoonie Radio is an awesome show. There are a terrific number of hosts, and it gets us away from a lot of the divisive talk that we all hear. And I do talk radio. Food brings us together. I always say that we may disagree on politics, but we won't disagree on food, unless you're a vegan, and if that's the case, you have an eating disorder. Sorry, vegans. Anyway, make sure to check out some of the sponsors. Again, Dots Pretzels, D-O-T-Z, or D-O-T-S, I should say, dotspretzels.com. Find out where they're being sold near you, and I tell you guys, you just will not believe how absolutely awesome they are. I want to thank you for joining me today. Continue listening and supporting this awesome network and radio station, Spoonie. I'm Rob Carson. I will see you again soon.